Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Russian President Vladimir Putin is reportedly making three key demands to end the war in Ukraine: that Kyiv surrender the eastern Donbas region, renounce its NATO ambitions, and agree to remain neutral without Western troops on its soil. According to unnamed officials, Putin also wants Ukraine to give up 4 provinces currently occupied by Russian forces. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz revealed that Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky could meet face-to-face within the next 2 weeks, following a phone call between Putin and President Donald Trump. Trump, who recently hosted Zelensky and European leaders at the White House, wrote on Truth Social that he initiated arrangements for the potential peace summit, with Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff now working with both sides to coordinate the talks. A major change in U.S. import policy is causing chaos for international mail, as several European postal services suspend shipments to America due to confusion over new tariff rules. The long-standing de minimis exemption, which allows packages under $800 to enter the U.S. duty-free, is set to expire on Friday. Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Italy, and others have already halted most merchandise deliveries, with England's Royal Mail and Austrian Post following early next week. The move comes amid unclear guidance from U.S. Customs about how duties will be collected and what data is required. A recent U.S.-EU trade deal has added a 15% tariff on most goods, and the exemption for low-value items from China ended earlier this year. Major couriers like DHL say they'll stop accepting U.S.-bound parcels from business clients, citing a lack of time to adapt to the sweeping changes. The Trump administration faced another legal setback in its crackdown on sanctuary cities, as a federal judge ruled last Friday that it cannot withhold funding from Boston, Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, and more than 30 other cities and counties over their immigration policies. U.S. District Judge William Arick extended a preliminary injunction that blocks the administration from cutting off federal funds to jurisdictions that limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement, often referred to as sanctuary cities. The ruling challenges efforts by the administration to fulfill President Trump's campaign pledge to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. Trump had issued executive orders directing federal agencies and top officials to deny funds to cities that don't assist immigration and customs enforcement. The Justice Department has already sued several cities, including New York and Los Angeles, over their policies, with billions of dollars in federal aid at stake. While there's no official definition, sanctuary cities typically avoid holding undocumented immigrants for ICE without a warrant. In a major move to boost domestic semiconductor production, the Trump administration announced Friday that the U.S. government has acquired a 10% equity stake in Intel, valued at over $10 billion. President Trump called the agreement with Intel CEO Lip Bhutan a great deal as the administration shifts funding from the Biden-era CHIPS Act into direct ownership. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said the deal is part of a broader strategy to secure America's technological edge amid growing concerns over global chip supply, much of which currently comes from Taiwan. Intel, which has struggled to keep pace with global competitors, is expected to benefit from the investment as the U.S. ramps up efforts to strengthen its position in critical tech industries. Hertz is shifting gears with a new digital move, announcing a partnership with Amazon Autos to sell pre-owned vehicles directly through the e-commerce giant. Starting Wednesday, customers in Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, and Seattle can shop from thousands of Hertz's used cars, complete the purchase online, and pick up their vehicle at a local Hertz location. The program, which will eventually expand to 45 cities, is part of Hertz's strategy to grow profits by boosting retail sales and brand visibility after a rocky few years. The move also marks a major expansion for Amazon's auto business, now offering certified pre-owned vehicles alongside new ones. Hertz, which already sells hundreds of thousands of cars each year, says this digital push, along with its rent-to-buy program, supports its back-to-basics turnaround plan focused on fleet management and retail growth. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Heading into the city? Don't even think about driving.
The T is by far the best value in the city.
Park with ease at one of the many MBTA lots or garages with rates that beat anything in the city.
You just have to tap your phone or contactless card and ride. No machines, no stress. It's modern, fast, it's easy.
And the best part, you get dropped off steps away from where you want to go.
Hop off at Park Street, explore the State House, Boston Common, and the Theater District.
And don't miss a concert at the Orpheum.
Ride smart, ride the T.
So many reasons to get on board.
Welcome back. A remembrance vigil was held in Braintree on Saturday in honor of International Overdose Awareness Day, featuring a moving butterfly release and the unveiling of a memorial mural dedicated to lives lost. Attendees also received wildflower seeds to plant in tribute to their loved ones, creating a lasting symbol of remembrance and hope. This annual event comes as Massachusetts reports 1,598 opioid-related overdose deaths from July 2023 to July 2024, 6 of which occurred in Braintree. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance use, help is available 24/7 by calling the National Crisis Line at 988. Braintree officials recently announced that the long-awaited Manadequit Riverwalk is officially open to the public in Braintree. The new Riverwalk is located at 10 Plain Street. It comes as part of the Manadequit River Restoration Project, something officials said is a key step in restoring natural flow, reconnecting ecosystems, and improving public access. It's a historical ecological restoration project which marks the first time in over 200 years that river herring are able to pass through Braintree. According to the press release, the project restored in-stream habitat, enabled fish and wildlife passage from the Fore River estuary to the Great Pond Reservoir, reduced flood risk, and will soon enhance public river access and recreation by creation of a patch of open space. An official ribbon-cutting ceremony will be scheduled later this fall. Braintree Recreation is inviting families to a free introductory class with amazing athletes on Sunday, September 21st. The class is designed for kids ages 3 to 5 and introduces your little ones to the basics of sports, health, and nutrition in a fun, non-competitive environment. Through age-appropriate lesson plans, the program focuses on developing coordination, motor skills, and confidence with engaging activities like warm-ups, active play, educational segments, and instruction in 2 sports per session. All classes will take place at the Recreation Department at 74 Pond Street. For more information on tickets and available times, visit braintreema.myrec.com. Planet Fitness in Braintree is stepping up for a good cause, partnering with Got Sneakers to launch a sneaker recycling drive, supporting local boys and girls clubs. From now through September 8th, residents are encouraged to donate gently used sneakers at the 749 Granite Street Planet Fitness location. The donated footwear will be collected in special bins and sent to Got Sneakers, a national organization that recycles and repurposes shoes to reduce landfill waste. All proceeds from the recycled sneakers will directly benefit boys and girls clubs across Massachusetts, helping fund vital programs and services for local youth, all while promoting a more sustainable future. This week, the Braintree Senior Center is offering some one-day events for seniors. On August 28th, the center is holding a USPS presentation and stamp dedication at 11:30 a.m. And then on the same day, pool lessons with Kathy will be held at 12:30 p.m. The center will continue to offer weekly gatherings like daily fitness classes, men's coffee hour on Mondays, game day on Tuesdays, the Asian outreach group on Wednesdays, and movie day on Fridays. For any questions or to sign up, contact the Braintree Senior Center at 781-848-1963. The Big Top has officially landed in Braintree, with Flip Circus rolling into town at South Shore Plaza, now through September 2nd. This high-energy, family-friendly spectacle promises jaw-dropping flips, wild stunts, and non-stop laughs that'll leave your friends and family buzzing. Organizers say the show delivers electric, unforgettable entertainment far from your average night out. Tickets and show times are available at flipcircus.com. Just note dates may be subject to change. Thank you for watching Braintree today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
And I'd like to tell you about some important projects we're working on here in Braintree to improve the quality of our local water bodies and to protect our town from the dangers of flooding and stormwater runoff. Stormwater runoff is the water generated from rain and snowmelt that flows over hard surfaces and does not soak into the ground. Stormwater runs through a system of pipes in the street and into our local water bodies, such as the Coachado River, Farm River, Manatequit River, and Sunset Lake. In Braintree, we have a separate sewer system. So what does that mean? That means that there are actually two separate pipes in most streets that carry stormwater and sanitary sewer separately. So when it rains and water washes into our catch basin system, it ties into the stormwater system, which transports water to our water bodies. Over the past 5 years, the town of Braintree has been working hard to maintain and improve our stormwater drainage systems. Now, we're constructing retrofits to the drainage system. These drainage retrofits use the natural process of infiltration to improve water quality and reduce potential flooding in our neighborhoods. At Penniman Park Elder Affairs, we're constructing a bioretention basin behind the building. What that is right before the water, which today runs piped to the Manatequit River. This project intercepts that pipe before it goes and discharges into the river. And it creates a place for the water to go first, which is the bioretention basin. And in that basin, plants and engineered soils will filter the water so that that water that's coming off of the neighborhood right now, unfiltered, untreated, will be collected into a rain garden, and that provides a lot of pollution control before the water ultimately makes it to the Manatequit River.
I'm Rachel Horak. I live here in Braintree, and I'm the president of Sustainable Braintree. We think of ways that we can help our residents of Braintree live healthier lives that are in better harmony with our planet. And we want to be sure that our waterways are clean so that our residents can enjoy them both for recreation and for beauty purposes. The bioretention basin will filter out the bad bacteria out of the stormwater before it hits the Manatequit River. We add native plants that help filter out the pollutants so that the water is a little bit cleaner. Some of the ways that residents can help are reduce the amount of fertilizers that you use on your lawn, picking up pet waste, reducing the amount of garbage in our streets, and also raking the catch basins that you might see on the roadways.
To pay for these projects, we're leveraging grants from the Mass DEP, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. As a Braintree resident, you should know that the town is actively working on projects that help improve the water quality in our water bodies. With your help and these projects, we will help filter pollution and keep Braintree's rivers, lakes, and streams beautiful for years to come.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. The FBI is warning the public about a new twist on a common scam involving unsolicited packages, but this time with QR codes. In this variation of a brushing scam, victims receive mystery packages with no return address and a QR code inside. Scanning the code can lead to phishing websites or may even download malicious software designed to steal personal or financial information. While this scam isn't a isn't as widespread as others, federal officials say it's a growing concern. To stay safe, the FBI advises not to scan QR codes from unknown sources, be wary of packages you didn't order, and monitor your credit activity if you suspect you've been targeted. If you believe you've been affected, report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. Seniors needing help filing a complaint can call the DOJ Elder Justice Hotline at 1-833-FRAUD-11. Police are investigating after a man was found dead inside a parked car at South Shore Hospital in Weymouth on Saturday afternoon. Massachusetts State Police say they received a call just after 2 p.m. reporting an unresponsive person in the backseat of a vehicle. First responders arrived at the scene on Fog Road near the hospital's emergency room and pronounced the man dead. Video from the scene showed yellow police tape blocking off the area, with several cruisers surrounding a dark-colored car that appeared to be the focus of the investigation. Authorities have not yet released the identity of the deceased or the cause of the death. Mayor Thomas Koch held a rare press conference last week to announce that PFAS, known as forever chemicals, were detected in newly purchased firefighter turnout gear that was advertised as PFAS-free. The gear, made by Safety Components, tested highly positive for the toxic chemicals, prompting outrage from Koch, who said the city is weighing legal action. The company denies using PFAS in its manufacturing process, saying, quote, "Trace levels of fluorine tested by Quincy Fire Department were very low and significantly lower than outer shells manufactured using fluorine finishes in the past," end quote. A Notre Dame physicist has tested the gear and confirmed the outer layer contained over 10% fluorine, suggesting a likely mix-up at the factory. Fire union leaders and national officials are urging departments across the country to independently test their gear and hold manufacturers accountable. A Massachusetts ban on PFAS in firefighter gear takes effect in 2027. It's officially back-to-school season, and just in time for back-to-school shopping, Simon Centers across Massachusetts have teamed up with the nonprofit Cradles to Crayons to collect clothing donations for kids in need. Participating malls will have bright yellow school bus displays inviting shoppers to grab a tag with requested items and return donations to a listed drop-off spot. Braintree and South Shore residents can find the display at South Shore Plaza near Macy's Selfie Wall, with donations accepted downstairs at the management office. The drive runs through September 1st, and for more information, visit cradlestocrayons.org. Massachusetts is gearing up for the global spotlight as the 2026 FIFA World Cup heads to the Bay State, with Gillette Stadium, renamed Boston Stadium for the tournament, set to host 7 matches, including a highly anticipated quarterfinal on July 9th. The Boston Host Committee is now calling for thousands of volunteers to support events across Boston, Foxborough, and other local sites, with volunteers required to be at least 18 years and older, available for 8 shifts between June 11th and July 19th, 2026. Boston is one of the most historic and influential cities in America, said Mike Lloyd, CEO of FIFA World Cup 26 Boston. Hosting the FIFA World Cup will be another landmark moment for our city. The first match at Gillette is set for June 13th, with the team assignments set to be announced later this year, and ticket information coming next month. Those interested in volunteering can apply at bostonfwc26.com/VOL. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree today. Now this week in entertainment, we have 3 movies for you to watch. First, Eenie Meenie follows a reformed teenage getaway driver who is dragged back into her unsavory past when a former employee offers her an opportunity to save the life of her chronically unreliable ex-boyfriend. The film stars Samara Weaving and Carl Glusman. You can watch Eenie Meenie now on Hulu. Next, Abandoned Man follows a tormented man who tries to rebuild his life after spending years behind bars, but an unexpected bond unveils a shocking truth that could change his life forever. The film stars Mert Ramazan Demir and Ada Irma. You can watch Abandoned Man now on Netflix. And finally, Caught Stealing follows burned-out ex-baseball player Hank Thompson, who unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 1990s New York City, forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he never imagined. The film stars Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. You can watch Caught Stealing now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.